There's a couple of bumper stickers.
Cool.
The final days of a campaign with abortion rights literally on the ballot.
What's at stake is my rights as a woman in this country to have that freedom of choice.
Sarah Kerr and her husband are picking up lawn signs supporting Proposal 3. It would make abortion access a constitutional right in Michigan.
It's my choice, what I want to do with my body, and it shouldn't be nobody else's.
You go to the doors with a smile, and you're kind and approachable.
Isabella Silva is leading a group of volunteers getting ready to go door to door.
If you do have a supporter, ask them, would you like a yard sign? We can just run it up to their house really quick and give it to them. We're gonna go down to that house at the corner.
This door knocking is all about getting out the vote and swaying the undecided.
If there's any questions that you have regarding Prop 3, I am here to share.
I feel like
Isabella and Taya Young say Prop 3 would give back the protection lost when the Supreme Court struck down Roe v. Wade.
What are you telling people when you knock on their door about how important this is?
I'm telling them that even if you're not a woman, you will still be affected by this.
I have a really good feeling that Prop 3 will get passed.
And if it doesn't?
And if it doesn't, then we're back to the drawing board, and we won't give up because Michiganders don't.
The stakes are so high in Michigan, partly because of a 1931 law that bans abortions. State Republicans here at the Capitol have already been trying to bring that law back. It's currently blocked by the courts, but Prop 3 is meant to make sure that law never takes effect again.
My husband and I go out every night and all day on Saturday talking to voters about Proposal 3 and what it would do.
But anti-abortion groups argue Prop 3 goes too far. Kristen Polo is with Citizens to Support Michigan Women and Children.
We're talking about putting over 300 words into our founding document. This language is very, very broad.
Proposal 3 opens a Pandora's box.
Kristen's organization has released ad after ad, claiming Prop 3 would end parental consent rules,
Too confusing, too extreme.
and automatically allow abortions after fetal viability.
Some legal experts in the state, law professors, have come out and said that some of what your campaign is saying just isn't true. They've called it misinformation.
It's not misinformation. They're trying to sweep it under the rug.
But surely you can understand why women would be fearful that legal abortion won't exist in this state if Proposal 3 doesn't pass.
Well, there's a lot of varying opinions in Michigan on what our abortion laws should be. Where should we draw the line?
So you heard there, no reassurance that anti-abortion groups won't try to restrict access here if Prop 3 fails. And that's the fear for so many women in this state. We're going to go now to talk to the woman who opened up one of the oldest abortion clinics in Michigan.
An armed guard stands outside. The clinic is used to threats. Now the care it provides could be at risk too.
It's so heartbreaking to think that I am back where I started, that in some states, women will face illegal abortions. Really, all I wanted to do was take care of patients.
Renee Chillian founded Northland Family Planning Centers in 1976, just 3 years after Roe v. Wade.
We can't give up.
Here, memories of a decades-long fight and fears for the future.
What does the future in Michigan look like if Prop 3 fails?
We will be in a constant court battle. Of course, we're not going to break the law, but the laws could change with the whim of the politicians. Outside of our care, it affects every doctor who treats women for any pregnancy condition, miscarriage management, ectopic pregnancies, severe fetal anomalies.
I looked at the headsets and I...
Renee's daughter, Laura, works alongside her. 2 generations of women trying to hold on to the same thing.
I have a lot more fear. The fact that it has been allowed in this country to become so partisan is unacceptable.
Polling has shown a majority of Michiganders support Prop 3, but in a swing or purple state, everything is hard to predict. And Republicans more likely to vote against it have been making gains in other races. This is the University of Michigan campus in Ann Arbor. We're here to meet a group of young Republicans for their take on abortion and politics.
It's a polarizing issue, and it isn't one that we've had to discuss nationally, really, for 50 years.
Lindsay Kaiser and Hannah Marythu both want more restrictions on abortion.
I would like abortion to be banned in Michigan.
Completely, 100% no abortion.
No. I do understand that is probably not going to happen in the state of Michigan in the end, just because it's such a purple state.
This would be a winter semester internship.
Matthew Joe heads up the college Republicans group.
So I'm actually not fully against abortion. I know that's not a traditional Republican opinion, but it's just something I believe.
So we've seen some Republican candidates soften their tone. We've seen women out registering men. Are you worried this is going to pull voters away from your party?
Whether it's abortion, the economy, I think it'll come down to who goes to the ballot box and who casts their vote.
Michigan is one of 5 states where residents will vote on abortion access. More than a dozen have heavily restricted the procedure since the fall of Roe, forcing countless women, those who can afford it, to travel out of state.
We're trying to prepare for what may happen with other states if Michigan remains a safe state.
It's not just the cost of the procedure, it's hotel stays, it's child care, it's will they get fired from their job if they take 2 days off of work?
Back at the campaign office, we caught up with healthcare worker Darlena Costilla and her daughter, 10-year-old Juliana.
She knows that I'm fighting for her and all the other girls here in Michigan, that she's just gonna have a choice.
A choice now in the hands of voters. Ellen Morrow, CBC News, Bay City, Michigan.